What kind of story? The kind of story that a goddess can tell, Ike. Come on, keep up. And we're getting some creation myth here. Zunanma. It's the ancestor race. This is literally the first time it's ever come up. Hmm. Oh, there's your classic racism and/or tribalism. Ah, yes, this is what Yune was hinting at before in a previous chapter. Uh, her emotions kind of got the best of her, and she kind of drowned every consonant in the world except Tellius. Not just accidentally caused the apocalypse. Here we go. We're going up against the king of Goldoa, Deghinsea himself. All right, so we've got something important to do. I guess, yeah. First, we gotta get a little more background info. Alright, so before we do that, let's find out what the base has for us. Makai is fine. Um, let's see, 10 years ago, so Soth would have been about, I think he would have been 7 at the time. And you can see that Micaiah has not aged at all. Yeah, there's the callback to Soth's introduction in Path of Radiance. He was looking for Micaiah, and he stowed away on the ship that Ike was traveling on. Yeah, probably. I don't know who else could possibly compare. The boy who's always by Ike. You know, Ike's boyfriend, Soren. Sigurd was 22 and... Okay. I'm actually not at all familiar with Fire Emblem 4. Alright, so all that to get some elixir. Tsunaki, what does Tsunaki have to say? Oh, she just now found out that Zelgius was the Black Knight. Why didn't anyone tell her before? Why didn't Rolf tell Ike that Zelgius was the Black Knight before? Why did he have to wait until the beginning of Part 4? Why doesn't anyone just frickin' talk to each other in this game? Yeah, let's not worry about how it is that Duke Sephiran has not made an appearance yet. Just don't worry about it. So we got Pavis. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it, but that's a skill that lets you just ignore an attack, so the only problem is I don't know how I would arrange my skills to put it to use. Meanwhile, Raisin has found something that's probably not good for him, but let's find out what it is. It's Guard. Guard I'm not at all worried about because when's the last time? I mean, Guard only works if two supported units are right next to each other. Alright, so I gotta make sure everyone's got their best weapons equipped. So, before I had said that Cymbeline was, like, far and away the best option for Tsunaki for the end game. Even though it is technically weaker than Rex Flame by 1 point. The weight difference is significant. But it turns out that Rex Flame is actually going to be just a little better in the way that I need it to be. I mean, between the two, you're trading like a little bit of crit for a little bit of accuracy on top of the extra might. It's 5 points. It's fine. But just trust me on this for now. That's going to be the same. That's fine. That's fine. Mia's good. I've decided, for reasons... so, like, here's the thing with Rex Flame versus Cymbeline. If Sanaki had stayed at 5 strength, then I would have kept Cymbeline. But she got that extra point. So, it's going to... So that's going to mitigate the weight a little more, and it'll be fine. I decided Mist should have Alondite because... well, mostly it keeps her capable of attacking with at range, which is good. And then there's the fact that there's the connection, like if Ragnell is Ike's sword, then it's look, it's fine. Mist with Alondite is fine. It's a double S rank sword. She's the only other person who can use it. Mia's got the Vague or Vague Katti. I was just thinking, well, the Black Knight is tied to Greil, and that's his sword. Ike is using Greil's old sword. So the siblings get to use the mystical swords. That's what I was going for. Titania's got Urvan. That's good. I have read online that there's kind of an option to have Soren use Blizzard here instead of Rexcalibur, but I'm going to keep him on Rexcalibur anyway. And frickin' fight me about it. Rolf's got the double bow equipped. That's good. Valencia's got her sword. Har's got his axe. Nephenee. Okay, I need to... I don't know. I'll give up this. Because I need to take the Wishblade over. 22 might. Really good accuracy. Ranged. Beautiful. That's it. That's all the weapons that I need to do. I don't think there's anything else I can do. Titania. Titania's got Urvan, so she's fine. She gets to carry on Greil's other weapon. I guess I'll save it. That blessing... Alright, I'm just going to wait until we get there, but this is something... There is something about the blessing that I didn't really find documented online somehow. I only found out because, you know, I did a little advanced scouting to see what... Again, to see how this would all play out, more or less. But the fact that I'm doing this on easy mode will have a significant effect. I'll get there when we can, once the battle starts, and I can do some repositioning at least. And again, like Nasir, Deghinsea doesn't really believe that it was a Galder that awoke the goddess. And again, it's still really more of a technicality, because War was definitely about to wake her up. But Deghinsea is here in his fully transformed state. The greatest of all dragons. Unfortunately, there is no way to talk our way through this, because this is a video game about war and we must fight. Okay, so when you're playing on easy mode, it turns out that once you get the blessing from the goddess, everyone gets +5 to their stats, to all their stats. Like, that just does not happen on normal mode or hard mode. I didn't even know it, because I'd watched a playthrough like a couple years ago. And it didn't happen there, so I had no idea that I was going to expect it, or I had no idea to expect it here. So this is why I chose Rexflame. Because what Rexflame does, it's got that 13 weight, right? But it also has +3 speed. So that stacks with the +5 from the blessing to add 8. And Sanaki getting that +5 strength means that she's only losing 2 points of speed from it. So the way it all balances out is she's actually got higher attack speed and higher attack power with Rexflame than with Cymbeline. As she is now, and you know, she still has a little room to grow. Is she doubling stuff with 32? Well, the dragons, the funny thing about the dragons is that they're all super slow. Deghinsea is not going to get doubled by that, but we've got Nasir is getting doubled. Gareth is here. All the dragons are going to get doubled except for Deghinsea. The other thing about the blessing is that, well, it's not relevant on anyone else, on like Mist, but the other thing about the blessing is that it makes all their weapons infinite use. So that's why there's some theory out there that says give Soren Blizzard instead, because now Blizzard becomes infinite use. Which is kind of broken for a siege tome. And given how strong Soren has ended up, he's not going to get slowed down by that at all. So he could double range, double siege, if you wanted to. I didn't feel like it, so that's where we are. So our goal here was to defeat the boss, so let's take a closer look at his stats, because I didn't before. 50 strength, it's a lot. His attack, 75 altogether. Super accurate, really good evasion. Loads of defense and resistance. Dragon foe Soren with infinite meteor. Now that would be something. Oh. Right, yeah, I forgot to say that. The infinite use thing is happens no matter what. Like, that is a plot point. In fact, where is it? Deghinsea has this skill, Mantle. If you try to attack him with a weapon that is not blessed, it will not do any damage. And also, he restores HP equal to his luck every turn, which turns out to be 30. So he's got 100 HP, he recovers 30 every turn. He's a big lad. The other thing I want to watch out for is Ire. Because Ire is basically a critical. And the thing is, even though you can negate like a normal critical, unless you have something to deal with combat skills, like, say, Nile, that Ike comes with, he can just do a critical at you. And he's super strong, so that will kill whoever he's up against. Other than that, though... I think we are good to go. Wait. Maybe I can hand out a little bonus experience. The reason Micaiah has the extra strength and skill and defense and res is only because she's next to both Kurt and Ina, so that's all that is. Let's see if I can get a point of strength and cap Mist. Slim odds, but what if? An extra defense is good too. I would like to cap Titania. Because I'm not here to grind for experience anymore. I'm just here to beat a bunch of scaly dragons into the ground. And also, these gains are going to her speed, which she was evidently sorely lacking. And there we go. That's capped speed. Valencia's right there, so might as well. I don't know. That's probably fine. No one else needs levels, really. I guess Micaiah would have. It's fine. Everything is fine. Alright. Let's do it. So I didn't really point it out before, but I did give someone Dragonfoe, and it turns out that someone was Rolf. So, Rolf, who has extended range, just by virtue of being a marksman, he can do some serious harm, so let's just take a peek. He can one-shot a dragon, especially with the double bow. So that's fun. Let's see, other important things I want to cover before we get into the real battle. First of all, Deghinsea has actually shrunken down quite a lot. Don't worry about it. Red dragons attack on strength. White dragons attack on magic. So this map is just filled with cover tiles and wardwood tiles to reduce that damage. Especially right in front of Deghinsea. Yeah. The other fun thing, if you want to call it that, is the dragons, the enemy dragons, will absolutely not, and I will show it off here because why not? The enemy dragons will absolutely not attack Kurth or Ina. The dragons just nothing. They won't even try. It's just incorporating a little bit of the plot and the enemy army's motivations into their actions in the game. You know, if you're into that kind of thing. So yeah, here we go. All right, I've still got Micaiah's animations on. You know what? It's fine. The Rexora animation is a little longer than I would like, but it's fine. I guess Soren kind of needs the experience. Oh, well, we'll see what happens. Beautiful. Alright, not an inspiring level, but not the worst thing ever. Alencia, yeah, she can take care of that guy. Totally unnecessary, but fun nonetheless. And I could burn this up, this tome, but maybe I'll save it. Oh my god. Oh, Rolf, I love you so much. You can probably tell, but Dragonfoe was made specifically for this battle. In fact, after this battle, it'll be completely useless again. Why not? Alright, what can Miss do with the Alondite? Can't quite get the kill, so I'm not going to actually put her there. But it's not insignificant. Let's see... Ike, though. Yeah, those are pretty good odds. Let's go for it. Give me that ether, Ike. That's not ether. There it is. Titania, you just got a whole lot of speed. What can you do? Not enough, but your evasion is really good, so let's go for it anyway. Cancel is always great to see. Every single time. Never get tired of it. R's fine like that. Oh wow, I can even double meteor with Tsunaki now. Maybe not those guys, but let's do it to this guy, just for the fun of it. Oh, she's got the critical anyway, so someone else can have a giant rock dropped on their head. I love video games. Skill, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Like, that is fine. Or, yeah, let's do it like that. Thank you for the follow. Zed. How am I going to pronounce that? EP Alkmin? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm most assuredly wrong. Oh, right. Deghinsea also has some kind of AoE attack that I totally forgot about. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, well... Oh, an actual critical from a dragon. I didn't know that was possible. Oh, Nephenee. That's why I love Nephenee, making extremely sure that that dragon will not survive. Yeah, let's go for it. Valencia is mostly supposed to be a healer, but you know what? She can do whatever she wants. If she's putting up numbers like that, it's fine. See, that is magical. The only thing that's making me hesitate is whether or not these guys will make a move. And I guess if they would make a move, that would have happened by now. So I'm probably worrying over nothing. Still gonna bring Rolf in. Oh, who knows? With Ike next to Soren, he might get, like, a critical. Soren just really cares about his boyfriend. And, I'll go for it anyway. Again, I might get an ether, I might get a critical. Ether's good. Alright, now just for funsies, I want to see what kind of harm Rolf can do to get to Deghinsea with a double bow. The answer evidently is not a whole lot. Oh, I think he's got... That's interesting. Now he's immune to effective damage, which is probably fair. If I had some way of nullifying that, like if I gave him parity or something, like just for reference. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna have Soren go in there. Yeah, that accuracy is fine. Give me a crit, give me a Corona. Adept is fine too. Micaiah, please, he's already dead. Oh, she keeps getting all these levels. All these really good levels. I wanted to be a little sour on Micaiah, but she's picking up the pace pretty well right now. Soren's evasion is really good. No, I'm feeling in the spirit of things. Let's just turn all the animations on at this point. Let's see what Rexcalibur looks like in full view. Oh, this dragon is toast. I guess Rexcalibur looks basically the same. Didn't even get a chance to use his useless attack. That poor red dragon. Alright, and then Knagus can just run right in, and what can he do? He can do a big damage. Am I seeing any reason not to do this? I don't think there's any reason for me not to do this. Oh, I thought of a reason not to do this. It didn't happen this turn, but there's a very good reason not to do this. I totally forgot about Ire. Now I have to see if there's any way for me to, like, make sure he dies this turn? Just doing some quick math here. Alright, so 32. Uh, 28. That's exactly enough. That's all I need. Okay. Battle save. Here goes everything. At least Har, I don't have to worry about taking a critical hit by taking an Ire. And boy, I wish I had another easy source of damage. Actually, I do. I have Nyla here, who can chip in a little bit. Does Rolf have any penalty to attacking in 3 range? He has an accuracy penalty, which is irrelevant. Good call. Alright, chapter over. Thank you for reminding me of that. Hmm. Not actually evil, just too powerful. Well, Micaiah was wondering if there... Well, not Micaiah. Yune was wondering if there was a particular time and place where things got distorted. I thought the answer was no. That's because when I did my advanced scouting, I accidentally skipped this scene and didn't feel like going back to rewatch it. So, that's on me. And if you're wondering who Gareth is, he showed up for like 5 seconds in Path of Radiance, and I don't think has made an appearance since. Maybe in that one brief scene where the Laguz Alliance had accidentally wandered into Goldoa. But other than that, Gareth was like the first guy that Ike met in Path of Radiance when his ship kind of hit some shoals or something. Ran aground.
We must save them. Even now, as we speak, countless Laguz slaves endure Binyan chains. They suffer terribly.
We have done all that we will do.
Admonitions and censures change nothing. Now is the time for the dragon tribes to use their strength to save the oppressed Laguz.
Goldoa does not interfere with the outside world. As king of dragons, I will not allow my people to fan the flames of war. Conflict on the scale you describe will wake the goddess and call down her judgment upon us all. This is the path to destruction. 1,000 years. That is how long we swore to the goddess that there would be no war. Have you forgotten our covenant?
Of course not. Yet there are Laguz who are treated as less than livestock. I cannot believe that this is what the goddess wants.
Goldoa will not move. This decree stands from the time our nations were formed. The goddess has not yet slept 150 years. Would you see the Laguz and Bjork destroyed? Would you see all of Tilius awash in blood? No. Unless destruction comes to seek us at our door, Goldoa will not move for the sake of future generations.
Tell me, do you care nothing for the Laguz who suffer in the current generation? Do you think it would comfort them to know that you condone their misery?
All things require sacrifice. Where are you going?
To Binyan. I will find a solution without you.
You who have lost your birthright? All you will accomplish is your own destruction. Hold! Hold, I say!
Right, yeah. First of all, voice acting is definitely happening. It for sure happened. And yeah, that's a very good point. It's a lot easier for Deghinsea to say that That sacrifice is necessary when he's not the one sacrificing. Is there any more? Okay, there is. Because again, I skipped it last time. I mean, I know something that happens. It's just I couldn't remember if this happened before the end of this part. The end of Phase 3. So there it is. Kurthnaga has gained form shift, so he doesn't need that Laguz gem that I've carried around with him. By becoming the new king, he's got the ability of kings to just stay shifted forever. That's how it works, I guess. It's not a natural ability developed over time. It's just, you're king now. That's it.